Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We already received some messages that some people were not able to be with us right now, but this video will be available after the live, and so you can join the video on your own time. My name is Lucrezia, and I'm Business Development Officer with Cornerstone Home Lending, and I volunteer with Palm Beach Latin Entrepreneurs. And we wanted to have a conversation with Mary Giuseffi and to talk to her, about her new book. And I want that everyone learns about what she does, what's her passion, and I want you to tell everyone what is your passion, what you do. I know that you do what you love, and share with us.
Well, thank you for having me very much, Lucrecia, and I love you. And I think, I love you. And I think the essence of what I have always done in my life is that I want women to feel fabulous and to live the life of their dreams. So my life has just been sort of an up and down the hills, a long and winding road, some speeding like crazy when I modeled for Ford, other very quiet when I was at home with my babies, growing up, and still doing some work on the side, a lot of charity work. But basically, I have found that many women are not really comfortable in their bodies. They're not comfortable in their bodies. They're not comfortable with what they know about themselves. Maybe they lack a little self-confidence. Their self-esteem is a little bit low. And I thought, people talk about transformation and they want to take courses and they want to do all the things that we all should do. However, what I found is real transformation takes place in a dressing room. When women come work with me, when I show them how to dress and we work together on branding and image, I hear everything in the dressing room. Because, I said, oh, why don't you try on this navy blue dress? I hate navy blue. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Why? My mother loved navy blue. I'm never wearing it. Okay, really? So now I've learned something about the person.
Yes.
Or I'll say, let me try this little beautiful skirt on you, a pencil skirt. I don't wear anything but pants. Why? Because when I was in high school, somebody made fun of my legs. And I think to myself, real transformation is when someone can look in the mirror and fall in love with the woman they see. And that's what I do. I try to bring all the beauty that women possess on the inside to the outside so that they can celebrate themselves and the world can celebrate them. And they can make their dreams come true.
Wow. I think that it's amazing and it's so necessary what you do. Talking to some girlfriends and other entrepreneurs or business owners, sometimes they don't know, we're not sure what to wear, or they are maybe not comfortable, or I have talked to some individuals that they would like to wear a red dress and they think it's not right.
Exactly. Because a lot of times, money is part of the issue, right? So we all have a budget. And yet what we do is we spend money on the clothes that we like. And then when we go into our closet to dress for an interview, or to dress for a presentation, or to dress for maybe a networking event or a luncheon, we have lots of clothes that we wear during the weekend, which are not appropriate. And then we have a few very fabulous, sexy dresses that we wear out. Those are not appropriate. So we wind up doing this because we haven't really invested either in our heads or in our pocketbooks for the clothes that speak, that give the commercial that we're running about ourselves to our clients, our audiences, our bosses, or our social media. So that's it. How do you dress for what you know about yourself that you want somebody else to know? So Lucrecia, tell me a couple things that you want people to know about you, quick character traits that you have.
I like to laugh.
Yes.
I like to laugh. I like to have a good time. I also like to learn and listen. So that's one of the things that in my career with home loans, that I talk to people and listen to them, and then also like with Palm Latin entrepreneurs, my goal, my passion is helping others to do what they love and to do what they want to do. And it may sound redundant, but it's just what I feel that everyone should be spending their time or their career or their business doing something that they really like, that makes them
Yes.
feel happy, that makes them feel in that vibration of like this is my purpose.
Right, this is my person. And that's what we wear should tell people. You know, in my book, I talk about archetypal personalities. And I found that in dressing, a lot of what we are on the inside, my baby book, and what we bring to the outside doesn't match. So what happens when you give a confused message to the audience? They shut down, they say no. So what we have to do is make sure the message that we're giving and how we look is equal, says what we want to accomplish, right? So I created these archetypal personalities, and you'll recognize your friends in them, your mother in them, yourself in them. You recognize everybody, and you'll say, oh, that's me. And then I made these style personas, and you can fit into the one that you feel the best. And you can move around, like on Saturday you may want to do this, and on Monday you may want to do that. That's fine. But once you really understand what the inside should be, what your values are, and then how you want the outside to look, then you have that magic formula for success. So for instance, I know you to have incredible integrity. Incredible integrity. You have a tremendous amount of clarity. When you get focused on something, it's like boom, you're right there. So clarity, you have incredible integrity, and you have the ability to make people feel so comfortable around you. And that's a gift.
Thank you.
You know? And in sales or anything that we're doing, if people don't feel like they like you, they're not going to buy anything from you. Right? And I also know that she loves color. I also know you love color.
Yes.
You love red, which is the action color. You love pink, which is the love, kind of sexy love, you know. And so how do we make that beautiful package? Well, for you, I would say integrity, big blue. Blue is the color of integrity, which you'll learn in here.
Yes.
Blue is the color, and all different kinds of blues. So it's just not one shade, but lots of shades have little different meanings. Then happy, joyous, celebration, and mental clarity.
What color is that?
Yellow.
Okay.
Yellow.
Okay.
So you see what I'm saying? And now we also have to wrap up that beautiful action, which is the reds, the fuchsias.
Okay.
You know? So when we think about clothes, you know, what's my message today? Oh, today I'm going to do a 10-minute talk on, what would it be? I'm going to do a 10-minute talk on, give me an idea of what you might
Self-love.
On self-love, pink. Then you're wearing pink. Pink is the color of love.
Mm-hmm.
The vibration comes right off you. Not only are you giving yourself a hug, but you're giving the audience a hug.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what if you're going into clothes alone?
Blue?
Yes.
Blue integrity. Okay, I'm learning.
Blue, because blue is the color of trust. You want people to trust you. Blue is the color that makes people feel, oh, she's trustworthy. She has integrity. She's loyal to me. So if you're going in to seal a deal, you may want to wear blue, you know? And yellow, you have to wear in small doses because it gets people nervous.
Yes, I have seen that. I have a couple of yellow dresses and people don't like it.
You know why? Yes, because first of all, look at you, you're like, you know? And then you put this, the eye doesn't see yellow by itself. The eye does not. So for me to be able to see yellow, I have to get to a higher level of focus. So if you want someone to focus on you for 5 minutes, or if you want to put a social media post on and you want people to focus in on it for a short period of time, yellow is a great color.
Okay.
Red is a great color.
Okay.
But if you're going to do a seminar for 5 hours, the people will be like this.
Too much.
Too much.
Too much, yes.
Yeah. So that's a little bit about the color
Yes.
psychology. The color of what you wear is so important to the decisions people make about you.
what, so now I was going to ask what made you write this book, putting all that together. But,
I wrote it because I've been working with women for 40 years. 40 years. I started
Wow.
doing styling when I was in high school with clients. And, I would do the work in my head. So someone would come in and I'd say, oh, in my head I'm going, I'm putting her in blue. She has an A body type. I'm going to puff up the shoulders. In my head I have the formula.
okay,
But I can't work with everyone. It's not possible.
yeah.
And so I decided to put it all in this book so that women could go home and they don't have, every chapter is only 2 pages long. So it's easy.
Easy to read.
You can pick it up anywhere and get information. You can put it down. Pages you could write on. Because I wanted women to be able to have this in the pocket. And the ebook you can actually take on your phone.
So this is an ebook and then the hardcover. Okay.
So that's why I wrote it, because I want women to understand, okay, I have smaller shoulders, a larger rear.
Uh-huh.
So how am I going to make that balance? Models, none of us have perfect figures. But what we do know how to do perfectly is camouflage what we don't want people to see. And play on what we like for it.
Yeah,
So I'm teaching you the secrets of that.
okay. So bringing out what we like.
Yes.
Yeah.
And balancing. So the eye wants to balance. And that's what we do. So if we don't see something that's balanced, we spend a lot of energy trying to figure out how to balance that visually. Well, we can do that with clothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the viewer goes on to other things. See?
So I think this is like really important. Like I work daily with realtors or different entrepreneurs or even customers in the they own a business, and I can't wait to get the book and read it, and then share, for people to look at, because some of the conversations are, this is my goal, this is what I want my customers or my clients, or this is what I want them to see from my business. And then they're using themselves, but I think it's great, right? Like a lot of the business owners using their own pictures, videos of themselves, and so on. And I think what it made me think about the word purpose. So this is so great of like, if I'm getting ready, my clothes, my colors to pick with a purpose.
Yes.
So what is my purpose and what I want to accomplish from this meeting, from this presentation, or from this video? Who is my target?
What am I communicating to them? What do I want them to do with the time we're together? What action do I want them to take? And if not only will you have a better meeting, because you're organized in your thoughts, you go in with a purpose,
Your focus.
and you have a call to action.
Okay.
But then you start creating your commercial around you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the key to succeeding in whatever area you're in. And also, people think that when they're off duty, home on the weekends,
Yes.
that they could look like anything. No, because you're going to run into somebody. The day that you walk out looking like, you're going to meet somebody. And it happens to me so many times. So, I got my biggest client 1 year because I happened to be very dressed up for something, and I went to dinner. Usually I change and I'm like a homeless person, but not, I was so tired. I was like, I'm just going to eat. I was sitting in this restaurant in New York City, and this lady, she's looking at me, and I'm like, okay. So finally, she comes over, and I'm like, and she says, I don't know what you do. I only know that I have to hire you.
Wow.
And I thought, okay. And she said, and I want to hire you for my best friend. Because whatever it is that you do, that you walked in like this, I want that for me, and you can give it to me.
I think with many conversations that I had, not even about this subject, right? Because I want to learn more about this. So like I mentioned, I can't wait to get it and read it and learn more and be more, having that better purpose, and focus on what I wear and what I do and so on. But without having a specific conversation with many people, some people feel, oh, like I don't care what people think. I'm just gonna wear whatever, and I think that's okay sometimes. I think during this pandemic, I don't like to talk about it much, but during this pandemic, many of my friends, including myself, we went through many stages. Stages of just waking up and we can go nowhere, and I'm not changing my clothes, or I'm not just staying in PJs, or and so on. However, at least I think about my mom that even without having this conversation, she said, even though we don't want to talk about it, or we don't believe it, or we don't want to believe it, the first impression is very important because it can open many doors. So how we look, how we feel, right?
Right. We feel better if we get a little dressed for a meeting. You know, the Zoom meetings, which we're all doing now.
Yes. And we're here, like,
And we're here. You know, the Zoom meetings that we're doing are really important. And I work with so many people on creating a little set for their Zoom meetings. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it just has to be clear. Because if there's all kinds of stuff in the background, it gives the impression that disorganized, you know, too much to do, they don't have time for me.
Distracting.
So we have to make sure that that background is clean. You know, the background and the sound are much more important at the beginning. And then, of course, what you wear. But, you know, it's from here up, ladies. You know, we happen to show a little more today. But, you know, on a desktop, when you're in a computer, you're really showing from about here up. You know,
Yes.
So if you put the effort into a little bit of makeup, not crazy, a little bit of makeup and a little hair, something, and a nice blouse,
Yeah.
you change the whole attitude.
Yeah.
People say, oh, look, I know she's working from home, but look, she's prepared for me. She
Yeah.
cares about me. She dressed for this.
People
meeting."
pay attention.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
One thing that I have heard, I like to read different books, and one of the things that I see in feeling good with ourselves, liking ourselves, loving ourselves. And I have done little experiments, like even I'm not going nowhere, but I'm wearing a favorite dress that I like, and I'm fixing my hair a little bit and maybe a little makeup, and it just, for me at least, that process even, helped me, and I even feel better.
Exactly. And we stand taller. Because again, you know, if we're doing an interview over Zoom and we're like this, you know, I mean, it's just like, you're deflated, literally deflated. So, you know, when you have something on that you like, we tend to sit up more, you know, and I think that that's so important. At the end of the day, you know, if you don't have energy and you put the effort a little bit into getting dressed, it's amazing how your attitude changes.
And even like the mindset, so having a better meaning or a better day.
Absolutely. You know, envision your success and then walk into it.
I think that there are so many subjects in this book, like so many parts. I think we should do maybe other videos and share a little bit. And I think that people watching the video now or later on their own, they need to know. So when are you launching this book?
So the hardcover book is available now, and the ebook is launching November 14th. And you can go to, Lucrecia will put it on the tab, but you can go to my website, marygiuseffi.com. That's probably the easiest. Or you can go to Amazon or barnesandnobles.com or any of the big vendors, and you can order it or download it. And it will be, great. And then you can follow on the social media, as we love to do. And I have videos on YouTube and all kinds of stuff. So I think that's the best.
Yeah, I think that I agree. I think that people should go to her website, marygiuseffi.com, and check. She has a lot of information, even like some previews of the book, even like a lot of information there. That even that it will get you interested into getting the book. Also, you do this work one-on-one with individuals. So maybe someone who get the book, or maybe they want to have a one-on-one and someone that can reach out to you.
Absolutely. Through the website, we can do a consultation, a Zoom, if you're local. We can do a face-to-face if you're comfortable with that. And we can do as little, or I can take you shopping. Oh my God, the other day, because of this whole situation right now, I actually did virtual shopping at a store in Palm Beach on my phone and shipped the clothes to Canada. So anything is possible.
Yes.
And I think as little or as much as people want. But after we've been home for so many months, we're starting to go out. It's really important we put our best foot forward. I think so. Reemerge, happy and bright and shiny and squeaky clean and new.
And I feel so well. Yeah, Mary's my friend, but even though she was not, like, I feel so related with the subject, and I wish like everyone will take the time and really, I talk to many people about it. I share many posts about it because I believe in it, of like the love of ourselves and feeling good about it. So whatever it takes to feel good, to get into that vibration that you love yourself, waking up and having that intention of the day.
Yes.
And if you add color, at least for me, this is easy because I have always loved color. Maybe didn't understand the meaning of the colors and so on, but I have always, I don't want to say fight, but I have always advocate for myself.
Yes.
And do like what I want and so on. But I feel it apart, and it was harder for me through the years. It was feeling comfortable to just loving myself and wearing whatever I wanted.
Yes.
And then of course remembering my mom and like making sure that I was wearing something that was appropriate. Depending on the occasion and so on.
Right. And I think that we all struggle with that. And as we go through time, our bodies change, our roles change. Our, the way we think about ourselves changes. The environment that we're in changes. I always wore solids. I was a big solid wearer when I was on my own time until I had kids. Oh my God, all the stains, the stuff all over. I became the biggest print fan because at least if I was full of peanut butter and jelly, kind of blended in. So we have coping strategies, right?
Yes.
So instead of putting energy pushing away from something, accept what is, energy coming towards you with that. Okay, I have stains all over me, I'm going to wear flowers. Right?
Yes, yes.
It's really important to embrace that because then you can laugh like we're laughing.
Right.
Everybody has different kinds of clothes for different occasions, but make it on purpose.
And we want to keep these videos short and sweet. I just want anyone can make a note or message or text to any of us and let us know like what subject you're interested or something that you want to learn, or go to Mary's website and message her. You can she has a section you can send her information or any questions and so on. Please do that. Before we go, let us know what other subject, like I said, and like how you want to close. Like what if you can only have like 2 sentences? What do you want people to get from this book or from just right now, from this moment?
I want people to believe that they can have their highest and most beautiful lives, and then they can live it as their highest and most beautiful self. And with what you have inside, and what we can combine with the outside, I really have seen miracles. Dreams do come true. You just have to have the courage to take that first baby step and say, I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
So, question. Give us questions. The next one we could do a Q&A. We could do a specific subject.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. I think it went great. What do you think?